on St. Paul Street. Red light camera ahead.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
How much is that a week? How much is that a minute? How much is that an hour? You have to be this specific in order to hit a goal.
Fuck social network. What's up? Quick Print DMV. So Teddy. G Kicks. Y'all in this motherfucker. Y'all in this motherfucker. That's what's up. Hey, look, y'all. I'm driving a vehicle right now that I'm gonna talk to y'all about. I just purchased the process of me doing so. I'm in the middle of driving to put the do not disturb on. What's good, G Kicks? What's up, Chrissy? What's up, Monty? Lovely Blossom, you told me you was tapping in. That's what's up. I'm glad you made it. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes before I really get started, because I know there's still people trying to jump in. I don't want nobody to miss nothing. And I'm fucking driving. I'm driving from Baltimore from one of my warehouses that I normally purchase my equipment from. So I'm running a little behind, but I promised y'all 1 o'clock, so I'm on this motherfucker. So I'm gonna try multitask, right? What's good? What's good, Smart Giraffics? What's good, Lloyd? What's good, Benny Visual? So yeah. Recently was my birthday was last week. And a month before my birthday, I got a call from my accountant. I got an accounting team that handle all my finances and stuff, take care of my business finances, make sure that things are in line. So that's my number one tip right there. You was just in Baltimore. It's crazy out here, y'all. Look, downtown. So I'm trying to follow this GPS so I can get out of here and I can really talk freely without feeling nervous that I'm about to crash this motherfucking whip. But but I wanted to, like I said, without further ado, I wanted to bring y'all this information, because we don't be knowing this shit. Y'all went to college 4 years, Morgan State University, never learned about credit, never learned about business financing, never learned about none of that, how to do taxes and how to make sure, you know what I'm saying, the IRS ain't raping you and shit. I never learned none of that while I was in that 4-year university. That 4-year university cost that bag. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much it cost, because I ain't paid for it. My mother paid for it, but I know that she worked hard to get me in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But certain things that we got to do on a daily basis in life, man, they didn't teach us those skills. And I ain't down in a HBCU for not doing so. But I do feel like at some point in time in life, we gotta come across these skills and learn these skill sets. And it ain't even really a skill. It's just information that's out there that we just don't grab. Information out there that we just don't grab. So the accountant calls me. They like, yo, you can be owing the IRS a lot of money, Slim. You know what I'm saying? They be like, you about to owe the IRS a rack of money. I need you to spend some bread this last quarter. So I'm like, all right, how do I go about doing this shit so that, you know what I'm saying, it's all able to be written off? So she was like, well, you could pay yourself more. And I'm like, well, I ain't really trying to pay myself more, for real. I really don't want to pay myself more. Even though I don't take a large salary from my company, I take less than 6 figures from my company, y'all. But business, I was on Do Not Disturb. They have a business school. Yeah, I'm hip to Earl G. Graves. I just wasn't a business major. Like I said, when I went to college, it wasn't really, I didn't have a plan. It wasn't no plan. It was just get a degree, get a good job. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even think I was gonna become a business owner. So I went there for TV and radio production, and ended up not on TV or the radio. I did end up on the radio for a short period of time, but long story short, she said I gotta spend some bread, right? So I told her, well, you know, I've been watching some folks, and they telling me, where's my turn at? All right here. They telling me that I should buy a car with this money, right? So I'm telling her, look, I want to buy the car in my business name. She tells me that's a good idea. but you got to do it a certain way. So I said, all right, how do I got to go about doing it? So she said, well, first I'm going to plug you in with the bank manager over at BB&T. I know not the manager, the vice president of the bank. I do business with him. I'm going to plug you in. You're going to get that VIP service. So I said, all right, cool. So she took me that route, BB&T, right? So I hope y'all taking notes. I went to BB&T, sat down, met with the vice president over there. BB&T is now called Truist. I don't know if y'all know that, but BB&T is turning into a new company name. It's gonna be called Truist, but right now they still going by BBT, now Truist. So I go to BB&T. I sit down, meet with the branch manager, and he first sits me down in the office. I'm in the office with the branch manager, which was a female. He's the vice president. He sit me down with this female. Her name was LaQuisha. I sit down with her. She sets up a business profile because I don't have an account with BB&T. I don't bank with BB&T. So I sit down with her. She collects some information on my business. She wants to know what type of business I own. They want to know a lot about your business. So be ready to answer a bunch of questions, right, about your business. Then she sends me over to Albert Jones, who is the vice president. I sit down with Albert, and Albert collects more information about me and what I'm trying to do, about the vehicle. So I put together some notes I'm gonna share with y'all as to, one, the benefits of why I did it, two, the requirements of what you're gonna need to get this done if you're planning to do it, and then the process in itself. So one, the number one benefit is it doesn't affect your personal debt to income ratio. So say you already make $50,000 or $60,000 a year, you got a car loan, you got a mortgage, you got certain things that's showing up on your credit already. When you buy a vehicle in your business name, it don't affect none of that, the personal shit you got going on. So it's not going to be like, is your debt to income ratio too high, or whatever the case may be. Or if you plan on buying a house later on, but you do want this nice vehicle, this is a way to hide your debt to income ratio by buying this vehicle in your company name versus your name. Because now that the company is in the company's name, it's on the company's debt and not on your debt. All right, the second thing is you want to build business credit. So over the past couple years I've been in business, I've been building my business credit. And it's been amazing doing so. And I never believed in building business credit until later in life. I was always a cash is king type of dude. If I ain't got it, I don't need to have it type of dude. But when you're trying to grow and scale your business and build your business and hire employees and market your business, you got all these things you're trying to do on your budget, you're going to probably say no to a lot of shit. So like, me, prime example, when I was running my business off my own cash, I had to decide certain days and certain weeks, like, yo, am I going to buy this much inventory, or am I going to buy this a little bit of inventory and then spread this money 5 different ways so that my business can have all the proper things functional? So I was kind of starving my business in certain areas. I'm like, all right, I can't go crazy with the inventory. I only got 3 bands to spend this week. So I'm gonna do a band on the inventory. I'm gonna probably do $300 on marketing. I'm gonna probably do, I gotta gas my car up, everything else I gotta do to get to work and do everything else I gotta do. I got supplies for shipping I gotta buy. So you kind of be a little tight with everything because you're working with limited funds. But when you got the bank's funds pouring into your lap and they willing to give you 10 or 20 bands, shit, you go hammer time with it, right? So what you end up doing is, I'm gonna go crazy with the ads. I'm gonna get all the inventory I can get. I'm gonna get all of this, that, all of that, and I'm gonna flip it. I can hire the help now that I need to help me do certain things that I ain't had the time to do. I can pay them out of this money. We gonna make it happen. But when you working with your own money, you can't do that. Another thing is, with the business loans, you get better interest rates. With the personal loans, the interest rates is higher. So when I walked in the bank gave me a 3.7, which ain't bad. But they started me with a 2.7. But I'm gonna tell y'all how I ended up getting an extra percent added on. It's all based upon the vehicle that you pick, the years, the mileage, all of that play into the interest rate. Because the bank is looking at it as their investment. they're investing in this until you pay them off. So that's how the interest rate work. But the interest rates are way better with the business loans than the personal loans. And then the last but not least, the main reason, like I said, why I got into it was I needed a write-off. I needed to show that my company was spending money on something, a lot of money. So that's why we went out and purchased a $45,000 vehicle with no money down. So that's what we did. Who gave you the business loan without being a PG? What is a PG? I'm not sure what a PG is. You mean a personal guarantee? If that's what a PG is, just tell me now. I'm not sure that terminology. But they did have to run my credit, but they don't show it. It don't show up as a loan on my personal credit. So just because they run your credit don't mean that it's gonna actually show up on your credit report as this loan being on your personal credit. So I'm not sure if that's what she meant by that. But I'm gonna keep moving on. So the requirements for getting these loans: one, you need a business entity. You have to set up a business entity. You gotta go on IRS.gov and get yourself a FEIN number. That's your tax ID number. You also gonna need a business address. And I recommend, this ain't a guarantee that you have to have a website, but I recommend having a website as well. And the reason behind that is because if these banks don't know you from Adam and Eve, like I said, if you don't got no money in their institution, and you just come into this institution asking for money, they're gonna do their homework on you. They want to find out, are you a real business? How long you been doing business? Like how deep in the game are you? So you definitely want to have a website set up. She ain't answered my question on that app, on the PG jump. So I'm assuming I answered it. You also gonna need a business bank account. You don't need a bank account with that bank, but you're gonna have to tell them who you banking with. They also gonna want to know things like how much money y'all bringing in monthly or annually into that bank account. Then you're gonna need 2 years tax returns, right? Business and personal. I recommend having a personal. They might just only ask you for your business tax returns, but you're gonna need at least 2 years of them. Then you want to make sure that you have your business registered in the state that you're doing business in. They give you a registration number. In Maryland, it begins with the letter W. Unless you got like a different type of business entity or something that's special, they might change that letter. But you will get that. You have to have that number. And then you cannot have no active liens, like you owe somebody and they trying to collect. You can't be having no bankruptcies on your shit. And then me personally, I went through this. A lot of people, I've taken courses on business credit and stuff, and I've never seen anybody mention this, and it's probably because they don't have this circumstance that I have. But I'm on child support. And one thing I notice about a lot of these banks is if you're in the arrears on your child support, they ain't fucking with you. You're gonna have to get your arrears caught up. And a lot of us fellas, we start off in the arrears. And there's some females on child support too. We start off in arrears on our child support. And my shit was like $4,000 in arrears at one point in time. So I had to go in and pay that shit off. And I did that before I went in for the loan, for real, because I was buying I was trying to buy some rental properties and other things, and I ran across that with that situation. So I already knew that the child support shit gotta be taken care of. So you gotta make sure you're paying your child support. You can't duck it. I know as a business owner, it's kind of sweet because they don't get to pull the shit straight from your checks and all of that. You pay yourself. But you gotta take care of those responsibilities as a man or as a female or as a parent, period. So you gotta take care of your child support. Alright? Let me see if I'm driving, so this shit a little complicated. Y'all bear with me. Alright, try and choose another. So the process that I went through, I selected a bank to do the loan, which my accountant selected the bank for me. I ain't really select the bank. Because for real, I probably would have went through Bank of America, knowing what I know now. So y'all take notes on that. Bank of America will be my #1 choice for a business loan for a car. And I'm going to tell you why. Bank of America don't require as much information, so you can easier get the loan with them. You don't need the tax returns and all of that shit. You can have a brand new LLC. So if you don't got 2 years tax returns and all that other information, I would advise you to go through Bank of America and not BB&T. Bank of America is giving out 4 auto loans with a brand new LLC. The interest rates be like 2.7 for 72 months. I know a few people who went through Bank of America these loans, and I'm talking about they done went and bought 4 cars within a matter of a month or two. $100,000 cars, y'all. So, and they putting these in their business name. You got, like I said, it's got to be in your business name. So the process, pick your bank. They're gonna create, once you go in that bank, they're gonna create a profile for you. You gotta fill out a loan application. Know exactly how much you want to borrow. Don't go in there off some, I just want to see how much y'all gonna give me type shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Know exactly what you try and buy, how much you try and borrow from this bank. Some of them will approve you, pre-approve you, which I recommend. If they offer pre-approvals, go for that. But some of them, you know what I'm saying, you might have to walk in and wait for them to approve you and take that strike on your credit report to find out what's hitting and what's not hitting. But a lot of times, I'm telling you, they're gonna approve. Especially if you got all the shit, all your ducks in order from the first page I showed y'all. If y'all got all that shit in order, you're gonna be straight. Once you approve, it's time to go shopping. So when you go shopping, if you already went shopping already, then just go get the bill of sale from the dealer that you found the car at. So if you went and you found a car before you went and got approved for the loan, it's not a bad thing. It's just you're gonna have to have that bill of sale when you go in there, and it'll actually speed up the process for real. So because once they come back with that approval from the underwriters, then you can just hit them with the bill of sale and say, go ahead and write me up. You know what I'm saying? And then once you got that bill of sale, the bank will then send that to the underwriters, and then the underwriters will come back with the loan already structured out. That'll let you know what your interest rate gonna be. It's gonna let you know, you know what I'm saying, what your monthly payment's gonna be, and the terms of the loan, how long the loan's gonna be. And that's all gonna be based upon, like I said, the vehicle that you choose, the age of it, the mileage that's on the vehicle, the price, all that shit ties in together, and then the bank decides how they want to finance that loan for you. I'm gonna look at these questions. Try to say these questions till I'm done, y'all, because I don't want to kind of throw my presentation off, but I'm gonna try to answer all y'all questions at the end. All right. Now, if you like the deal that the bank lay out for you, then you take that. They'll write you a check. You sign off on the shit. You take it to the dealership, and the dealership will go ahead and process the deal for you. All right. Now, couple tips. Interest rate versus monthly payment. I used to work in a car dealership, y'all, for like a couple years, and I seen a lot of people make this mistake where one, they go in the dealership with no check in hand and they let the dealership try to finance. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a no-no. Don't let the dealership try to finance you. Always walk in there with a check in hand from the bank. But when you doing it, now you doing business with the bank and not the dealership, as far as this money is concerned, make sure you pick the interest rate over your monthly payments. So, and what I mean by that is take the lower interest rate versus the lower monthly payment. Reason why is because when you take the lower monthly payment, that means that the interest rate get higher and the terms of the loan get longer. And you end up becoming a slave to the loan. And a lot of people end up paying way more for the car than what the car was even worth in the beginning. So like on a $30,000 car, if you take that highest interest rate, you're gonna end up dragging out the loan and paying out all of that interest on the car for over the term of the loan. So, and shout out to 202 Made. I see you bought that badge, man. I appreciate y'all. Hey, yo, if y'all appreciate this information, man, look, I got the badges turned on. Go ahead and support me. Purchase a badge. I'm taking time on my day in this traffic. I ain't in no traffic, but I'm driving. And I appreciate all the love y'all showing, yeah, real live. And if anybody else bought a badge and I ain't catch it, man, shout outs to you. But yeah, make sure you always pick the better interest rate over the monthly payment. You're gonna get yourself out of the loan faster without paying as much on the vehicle. So, and then the second thing is, it's harder to negotiate this price when doing the bank loans versus paying with your own money, because in this situation, it's a lot of back and forth. So you're not walking in there with cash in your pocket and saying, yo, give me the best deal you got. I can pay for it right now with my own money. They know you getting that check from the bank. They know you got terms and shit set up with the bank. So a lot of the dealerships gonna be firm. Another thing is, and I've been posting about this over the past week, it's a buyer's market. It's a seller's market for the cars, just like it's a seller's market for the houses right now. And what I mean by that is, it's a scarcity of cars being produced right now. The chip makers are slowing down the whole production on cars as well as other things. So the car dealerships, if you ride past a lot of these lots, they don't have no fucking cars for sale. They making you pre-order and you wait for your shit to get produced and you gotta go pick them Jones up. So the prices of the cars have inflated. A lot of these cars now are selling for 10 grand over. And used cars is even selling for higher prices than what they normally would sell for. So if you got a used car, you looking to get out your shit, now is the time to sell your shit. So, you know what I'm saying? A few gems I try to drop on y'all for the day. If y'all got any questions, man, drop them in the chat. I hope I covered everything, you know what I'm saying, as far as the process I went through. It was long and drawn out. It took me about a week to get this all done because of the back and forth with the bank, and for the fact that I dealt with a dealership that was like an hour away from the bank that I was dealing with. So those are some things y'all want to keep in mind as well when y'all picking these banks. I picked the bank in Forestville, but the dealership was in Glen Burnie. So it was a lot of back and forth with that, but it probably could have got done a little quicker. Plus, by me being a car salesman for a couple years, I know how to play the dealership. So I tried to make sure I worked out a little bit of perks and extras. So I told them, I saw a scratch on the bumper of the car. I'm like, look, y'all gonna have to repaint that shit. I'm not paying $45,000 for a car that got a scratch on the bumper. It was certain shit I was nitpicking about, and I told them, look, I come get this motherfucker when it's ready. I'm not in no rush. I'm not geeked up. So if the shit ain't right, this motherfucker gonna stay on the lot until I get everything that I need right on this motherfucker. So they, you know what I'm saying, they took their time. They went and painted over my bumper, made sure my shit was fresh. And I appreciated them for that. So shout outs to JT Batcherson, I think that's his last name, Batcherson up at Chevrolet. Another thing I'm gonna drop on y'all, cause I dealt with a few other dealerships. Don't fuck with them side lots, y'all. Fuck with a real dealership. How did you register at NVA? So I'm glad you asked that question. I dealt with a real dealership, a Chevy dealer, because I was buying a Chevy. I ain't want to buy a Chevy from side dealer, and no shade to the side dealers, because I know a lot of reputable side dealers, but I called a few of them to get some prices on some cars, and they was throwing in a bunch of dumbass fees that I like I said, I worked in a car dealership before, and I know these fees was capped. Like throwing in $800 processing fees, another $800 car detail fee. I'm like, nah, that's cap. Y'all, I'm not paying that shit. So I was like, I'm not buying that car. It was one car. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I called a dealership out on Glebe Road, Virginia, right? Can't think of the name, because I would love to fuck their name up right now, because they just was on some bullshit. Called these people. I said, look, I'm trying to buy this Tahoe, right? The Tahoe is like $33,000. They told me out the door I was gonna be at $40,000. And I know I'm spending the bank money and it's a tax write-off and all that shit. That shit fine and dandy, but I don't like being played. Y'all not gonna play with me, right? So I'm like, 40,000? What the fuck? Yeah, it's fees, taxes and tag. I'm like, yeah, I can do math, nigga. 6%. I'm registering the car in Maryland. That's still not, you know what I'm saying? It's not adding up. Y'all just tacked on like 7,000. Slim tried to add in an $800 car washing, like a car detailing fee, another $800 processing fee, I'm like, Slim, I'm not paying none of that. All right, I can get you out at 37. I'm not paying. Y'all done fucked up just trying me with that bullshit. So I walked off on them. But when you register, when you buy a car from a dealership, they do the taxes and tags at the dealer. Only time you got registered through the NVA is when you buying from like the auction or a private seller. And in these cases, when you buying a vehicle in your company name, I tried the private seller route, y'all. Niggas be having liens on the cars. They still owe the bank for the car they try and sell, so it make the whole deal a little more difficult. So don't go that route. Don't go the private sale route and try to avoid the little small dealership lots. Fuck with the big boys. You know what I'm saying? The Chevys, the Ford, the Benz dealers. Cause man, I'm telling y'all, they be the whole marketing tactic with them smaller lots is they list them at these low ass prices to get you in the door. But once you in the door, that's when they smack you upside the head with these high ass dealer fees and other things. So try to stay away from them. Yeah, don't pay them high ass numbers. I'm trying to tell you. Look, the Chevy dealer hit me for a $300 processing fee, and that was it. $300 process. So if y'all don't know what the processing fee should be, $300 is the max. $400 would probably be the max, depending on who you go to. But $800 for a car detailing, they supposed to do that shit off the bucks. They supposed to give you a full tank of gas off the bucks. It's certain shit you supposed to get off the bucks. When you go in there, ask for water. When you go in there to talk to people, ask for a couple, man, they milk their ass. Get a motherfucker, make them go get you some coffee, donuts, all that shit. You about to spend some money. Don't go in there acting green like you don't know what the fuck going on. Go in there with the, you know what I'm saying? You already got your check in hand, Slim. I got a check from the bank. Don't worry about, and never let the motherfuckers run your credit. They tried to run my credit, I already had a check. They tried to still run my credit. Oh, we can get you a better rate. No. Don't let them run your shit. Don't let them run your credit, yeah? All right, let me read these questions. So I got the registration jump. Depending on the car, will be used for the registration fee will be more than a personal registration, but it's pretty much the same process to register at NVA. Now, like I said, you ain't gonna have to fuck with NVA. Let the motherfuckers 30-day tag you at the dealer and then come back and pick up your tags. They do all the registration. Another thing I'm gonna throw on y'all though, they cannot do the personal tags. So if you want to do personalized tags, they can't do the dealership. You're gonna have to go to NVA for the personalized tags. The personalized tags is another tax write-off. So if you go and buy the personalized tags, that's a whole nother tax write-off. You can write them off because now that's a marketing write-off on your taxes. You just paid for marketing. So you put if I put computer man on my tags or computer something, whatever, dealing with my business, that's a tax write-off. Also, if you decide to go and get your vehicle wrapped, another tax write-off. Another tax write-off. And all of the repairs, oil changes, brakes, anything I get done on these vehicles, on this vehicle, 100% tax write-off. 100% tax write-off, y'all. So, y'all drop some questions on me, y'all, while I'm dropped, because I'm about to get off this jump so I can focus on the road. But I'm here for the questions. I appreciate you. Free lunch on the badges you bought. Who else bought badges? Somebody else bought badges. Versatile Attack, what's up, baby? G Kicks, man, love your continuous support. Blunts get money all the time. Fuck with you, man. No problem, baby. You know we go back to MSU, so I'm gonna try to get on here. Anything I go through business-wise, whether it was a win or a loss, I'm gonna try to get on here and share with y'all. My goal is to try to build up our entrepreneurship community in the DMV, because a lot of our entrepreneurs are running to the ATL, y'all. They running to the ATL because it's more like-minded motherfuckers down there, and they feel more comfortable. The support is real down there, and I understand it, but I love my area, and I'm gonna try to rock out with y'all the DMV is where I'm from, and I'm you know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers, man, I got motherfuckers in my DM all the time. Bro, you'll kill down at ATL. Understood. But I fuck with my DMV, y'all. I fuck with my DMV. And I got a lot of support from New York. I got a lot of support from Baltimore. Even though Baltimore is DMV to me. Baltimore's DMV to me. I get a lot of support from Norfolk, Virginia. I get a lot of support from Texas, California. So I'm good where I'm at. They definitely coming down here. I know, PJ. I know they coming down there. My people's running down there every day. And I'm like, shit. I need to keep the quality of entrepreneurship up here in the DMV, y'all. We need quality entrepreneurs up here. Black entrepreneurs, minority entrepreneurs supporting each other, because Atlanta created a mecca. But we got the money right in our own backyard, y'all. We got the money. Y'all know DMV got that bread. We got the money up here, y'all. So let's not let that money keep taking that money down at Atlanta, y'all, and stimulating Atlanta's black entrepreneurship. We need to stimulate our own entrepreneurs, and we gotta learn to collaborate. It's power in proximity, y'all. My man Jeremy be saying this shit all the time. It's power in proximity. The people that you surround yourself with, man, it's power in proximity. And we letting a lot of powerful people leave our area because we closed-minded and we don't want to support each other. We don't want to collaborate and work with each other. Everybody trying to get it out the mud and do it on their own and shit. And that shit ain't getting us no motherfucking way. It ain't getting us no motherfucking way. So when I got people out VA, man, I send them out to Smart Graphics, man. I send them out there. Y'all got a computer repair, send them out there. I got people out in Richmond. I send them to my other man out in Richmond that do computers. Man, if you got phones that you need fixed, I send a motherfucker right down the street to my man on Marlboro Pike. We gotta empower each other. We gotta empower each other, y'all. We cannot keep, oh, I don't do it. I don't know a nigga that do it. Nah, I know a nigga that do it. I'ma send them to him. You dig what I'm saying? Power and proximity, man. I appreciate y'all for staying on this live, man. I'ma go ahead and drop the joint on my IGTV for those who missed it. So, yeah, I'm out. I done drove from Baltimore. Y'all done stayed with me from the whole ride from Baltimore. I'm in goddamn New Carrollton or something right now. So, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me. If I make less than what my car's worth and don't have a tax bill of anywhere near what it's worth, is the tax credit refund? DM me on that, because I ain't too sure I understand that question. Let me read. South Carolina in the building. What's my man Smart Graphics say? I may need you to share those bullet points with me again. Bruh, I shoot them Jones to you in the already on my phone. So yeah, I shoot them to you. I ain't keeping none of this shit a secret. All this shit is on the internet, but I've been through it, so I can give you play-by-play how it's gonna go down, how people gonna try to play with you, how, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I recommend America, man, easy. So the next loan, when y'all see me pull up with another car, I'm going through Bank of America, even though BB&T might be a little easier this time around, just because this was my first go-round. And another last thing, Jewel, I'm gonna drop on y'all, man, drop some money in these banks before y'all go asking for some money. Real live. Just throw some money in a bank account. Let them people see that you got some money, some collateral. Because if it ain't a car loan and you asking for money, they gonna want some collateral. Only reason the car loans is a little easier is because the car is your collateral. So if you default on the loan, they like, well, fuck it, we just gonna come snatch the car anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's their collateral. But when you just asking for some free ass bread and you ain't buying no collateral with it, and they don't know what you really about to do with it, other than just say I'm about to grow or scale my business, they gonna want some collateral. So put some money in the bank and spread your money in these banks. Spread your money. Don't leave your money in one bank account. Never have all your money in one bank account, y'all. I don't give a fuck if you ain't got but $100. Put 50 in one and 50 in another. You dig? Banks only insure up to $250,000, most banks, right? So if you plan on becoming a millionaire, why would you leave $1 million in one motherfucking bank? Do that make sense? No, I don't, right? So spread your money out. Build relationships with these banks, because these banks, when they know you, they give you that bread a little easier. I've been dealing with PayPal for a long time. So they know what I'm capable of bringing in. They know I'm capable of paying shit back. I can borrow 100,000 from them right now. I can borrow 100,000 from them right now. I can borrow money from M&T Bank. So my whole goal is to build up these relationships with these banks, because when I get $1 million deal on my table and somebody come and say they need to buy 500,000 laptops, Cardo don't got that type of money to buy no 500,000 laptops to fulfill the order. But guess who do? The bank. So you gotta fuck with the bank, y'all. You gotta pay these people back. You gotta do shit right. Don't run off on a fucking plug. You know what I'm saying? They give you the money and you run off on a plug and be like, well, that shit was in my business name. I just started another business and do the shit again. Don't try to finesse. That is not what I'm here to teach y'all. I don't teach the finesse game. Pay these motherfucking people back. You know what I'm saying? Leverage your good credit, and then you can run with it. $1 million deal hit you. You could go in the bank and say, look, I got a deal on the table. I need $1 million and I need to borrow that shit right now. They're gonna cut you a check. You go out here, you finance the deal that you need to do, and then you boom, bam, you come back and you flip that shit. You pay them people back. You pay them people that money back, y'all. Don't run off on a fucking plug. That is not what I came on here to teach y'all how to do. I'm gone. I'm in Capitol Heights, y'all.